Good morning, everybody. It is the last day of the year, December 31st. I'm going to do a short little vlog, whatever you want to call it here. Just did a subpoena service effort in New Britain, apartment building down there. My third and final attempt. Was not able to get into the building on any of the three attempts. I even gave it my 6 to 8 minute wait by the door, hoping someone would walk out, but no one did. And the car that this person drives at Interlon was supposed to be outside, wasn't there anywhere around there. So I don't think they even live there anymore, quite frankly. Or they're driving something different. But I got the 3 attempts in. They paid their fee. That's it. Case closed. I'll do a little affidavit about the attempts. So they'll provide one for you to sign. Some I provide for them, some they provide for me. But documenting my attempts. And some companies, there's a few, not very many, but some don't even have me do a affidavit if the attempts fail. Now it's a failure. 3 attempts, no good. Or they could hire me for 3 more. But at any rate, we're in beautiful downtown Hartford for the moment anyway. Heading back to the office. And what a year this is going to be. I have a lot of decisions. I've made some very personal decisions that are going to change my life a lot. I'm not going to get into details, but I think that we're going to do Common Sense Investigators, CSI, something like that. We're going to start a media network here in Connecticut. It's going to be all on podcasts for now. Eventually maybe a TV show. Like, why not turn JBD Investigations into like a reality TV show? I think it would work out really well. I do a lot of weird stuff, man. I mean, not weird stuff. Interesting stuff, I think. For those of you that follow the legal business, politics, what's really going on. The Channel 30, Channel 3, Channel 8, Channel 61, they are not giving you the whole story in Connecticut. They're not. They're not really leaving out the hard-hitting stuff. I think we have, to be honest, I know there's this Connecticut Sentinel, which is a great media organization. I've met some people from them. They're cool. We have some good media, but it's just none of the mainstream media is any good. So we got to get the people in Connecticut together. We got to really. There's a lot to do. But this is the last year. I mean, wow. I mean, not just in professional or political or business life, but my personal life too. What a new year this is going to be. I think as we all get older, there's a certain road we can take. When you get to your 50s, like I am, you realize that I'm not going to be around forever. I might make it another 30, 40 years easily, probably. Diabetes, who knows? Maybe not. I feel like I'm getting healthier. And by the way, we're going to talk a lot about Maha in 2026. And I'll even use my own medical situation as a guinea pig in this, my diabetes, what I've learned about it. But I'm getting off the track. When you get in your 50s, you realize you're not going to be around forever. And there's 2 ways you can go, really. Okay, you can settle down and be satisfied with what you have. Now, if you got to your 50s and you're nowhere near where you want to be, then you got to get there. You know what I mean? You want to get there, of course. But let's say you've reached a point where a lot of guys and women in their 50s, they've been married, raised kids. Let's say you've reached a decent level of achievement, right? To me, real achievement is having and raising good children. That's the big thing. That's why we're here. You want to know what the meaning of life is? That's it. Perpetuating the species. That's what every other species on Earth does instinctively, and that's what we do. That's our main purpose. So let's say you're in your 50s and you've done that. You've raised kids. You've reached some level of achievement. You're financially, maybe not rich, but stable. Or you're still living paycheck to paycheck, but you're okay. Let's say you're in your 50s and you're okay. You found some kind of a niche in your life, hopefully, right? Now, there's two schools of thought from this point on. One is be satisfied with what you have, nurture it, relax, and kick back, work your way toward retirement. Continue the habits. You know, if they say human beings are creatures of habit, continue your habits and just let it ride out. Change happens, of course, but you're looking to maintain the status quo that you're satisfied with. So that's one side of the argument. The other side of the argument is what Billy Joel says, that only fools are satisfied. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Right? Yeah, the other is, don't be complacent like that. What else can you do? You've only got a third of your life left, maybe. You know, your life, let's face it, it's late afternoon, or mid-afternoon at least for you, depending on how long you're going to live. You're in the afternoon at least, and for some, you're in the twilight. And if you got medical problems, whatever, you could be looking at the nightfall. You know, you could be looking at the end. So why waste it with the status quo? If you're satisfied with it, fine. But maybe you're a fool for being satisfied. Maybe there's a lot more you can do. Maybe there's more adventures. Just because you're in your 50s doesn't mean it's over. Don't just ride it out. So which way am I going? Which way are you going? There's ways you can play it in the middle. Maintain some of your status quo and pick up an adventurous hobby or something to throw in there with it. There are ways to balance it. But it's a decision that you should make. People should make in their 50s. That's what I'm making now. I tend to be leaning a lot toward the let's continue the adventure. Let's not be satisfied with the status quo. At any rate, I'm gonna just cut this one off. I want you to have a safe and enjoyable New Year's Eve. We here at Connecticut Common Sense wish you all Happy New Year. Selena and I are going to be doing a little New Year's Eve. I didn't end up on the air with you yesterday. She had a great guest. I haven't watched it yet, but we will do that. And Selena and I are going to be recording a New Year's Eve special a little bit later today. Probably a brief one, but we got John DeBarros coming on January 6th. That's going to be, don't miss that. Don't miss John DeBarros as our guest on the 6th. So passive support won't do, people. It's time to get out there. Again, if you show up in thousands of people for a basketball team, you sure as hell can show up in large numbers to save this state. And we're going to see life as it happens here in 2026. I'm going to have to invest some cash in some video equipment, though. And it's going to be great. Just watch Connecticut Common Sense. Really, it's just common sense in general. All right, everybody. We will see you soon. God bless Connecticut. And God bless America. Happy New Year.